So yeah, it's all set up for these countries to and who knows how many troops. China just declared a draft. They just declared a draft, and then they got Taiwan surrounded, and there's rumors that they're cutting Taiwan's internet. But hey, let's just be honest. If they were gonna cut the internet, it wouldn't be a rumor out before it happened. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, it's less likely. So take that with a grain of salt. And they said that was like maybe Tuesday when I seen that. So hey, now let's go to Joel the third chapter. And there's no turning back. There's no de-escalation. I see like the Canadian prepper. He doesn't think it's gonna be a de-escalation, but he brings up that idea, and it's like you got to be an idiot to think that this gravy train is just gonna slow down and just go away. No, this is the wrath. This is the indignation of the Heavenly Father that's coming upon this place, and it's not gonna end like people think it. Right? The majority of people, the people that's in the know, they know we know how it's gonna end with thermal, nuclear, all right, weaponry. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. So these is going to be a world war. And guess what? Russia will be that main country. And it's in the scriptures that Russia and China that will be the main forces to jack up Babylon. This is Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Why? Russia is going back to that old USSR spirit. Russia was really aggressive at the Cold War, and then they toned it down. But now what? The Most High has them toning it back up. And I will bring thee forth in all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. I seen Russia, they unveiled a full head to toe bulletproof armor. You seriously think that them creating that bulletproof armor, they're only gonna have just a select few people with that type of armor? No, they're gonna have probably in the hundreds and thousands, not millions, of soldiers with bulletproof armor, all this other technology. Yeah, yeah, and who knows what else the Russians got in the tank because they're still Edomites. They were blessed with that sword. Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah and all of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. And Russia is in Africa, man, in the Middle East, what they call the Middle East, which is just Asia, giving them, training them, giving them weapons. Why? Because they're going to jump America, and there's no going back. In warning sign for U.S., Iranian warships are reportedly sailing towards Panama Canal. So guess what? Iran has warships docked within 1,000 or so miles from Babylon. Warships. And guess what? China, Russia, and Iran all have what do you call them? EMP technology on satellites. And North Korea has them too. So guess what? You seriously think they wouldn't EMP this place and then blitz it with their warships and paratroopers, airplanes, and who knows what else crazy technology. You understand? Like it's a scene in what's the TV show called? Codename Kids Next Door, and they had like a football field or basketball arena, and it literally, like, it was a part of the school, and it literally like came out of the school, and it was flying. It was a flying ship, pretty much. Like imagine a whole entire basketball arena flying like a drone. You know how the drones got the four wings on it? It was like that. You seriously think these nations can't have that type of power? Easily, they can easily create something like that. Easily, it could be nuclear power, just like what nuclear powered submarines, nuclear powered warships. You think they don't got these some crazy nuclear powered um, flying platforms that can hold 10,000 men or something like that? You see, and and one of them the Terminators, like a lot of the Terminators, they have a nuclear core. The Terminators have a, not all of them, but they have a nuclear core, and that's not no make believe, man. Best believe Esau has some very powerful AI up in his bag of tricks. Two Iranian naval ships are reportedly sailing towards the strategic Panama Canal as the Islamic Republic seeks to project power into the Americas. Nobody would believe this, man. Seriously, go back 10 years, go back a decade, go back to 2013. Nobody would even fathom that this would be happening. And guess what? This is also a part of prophecy right here. Um, because the Iranians are the Carmenians. In Second Ezra 15, it talks about them nuking this place, man. Second Ezra 15 and verse verse 30. Also the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians, the land of the Syrians, Babylon the Great. All right, and that laid waste is what? That nuclear arsenal. That nuclear arsenal, man. This is verse 35. They shall smite one another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth. Nukes. And there's a one nuclear warhead. It can have like, I think, for Russia, I think it was like 6 or 7 nuclear bombs on just one warhead. So if 10 of them were launched, that's 60 to 70 nukes. The Iranian-made Moj class destroyer Dina and the logistics ships Macron have been navigating around the world since September 22nd, 2022, to show the growing military and naval power of the Islamic Republic of Iran, according to Iran's official news agency IRNA. So this is a clear, and you if you think Babylon the Great even has a 1% chance to prevent this from happening, you're delusional. It's too for starters. It's so many countries getting ready to jump this place. How is Babylon the Great gonna take on the whole world? What is it? What do you think they're gonna do? Take on the whole world? This is Psalm 60 and verse 8. Moab is my washpot over Edom, where I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Guess what? Moab is a washpot over Edom. What does a washpot do? Let's go into that word washpot. Thorn, hook, briar. to boil up as springing up rapidly. Fish hook, pan, caldron. So these these Moabites will be used to what's the word I'm looking for? Not anticipate, to provoke and to play a role in the destruction of these Edomites, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no saving this place from its judgment. This is Revelations 20:8. And it shall go out to deceive the nations which are on the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So these nations, Gog and Magog represents Russia. All right, that landmass over there was it Japhet? That was part of Japhet's inheritance that Esau stole from him. Now inhabited by these Russians, which are just Edomites, and they are going to do a number on Babylon the Great. Let's go to this right here. Russia and China Navy ships spotted less than 100 miles off the U.S. coast. And I think this is the one off the West Coast. Let's see. Yep, the West Coast. The Kimball, which was supported by a C-130 Hercules maritime patrol aircraft from Coast Guard Air Station Kodiak, observed the group until it dispersed. The joint patrol was temporary in nature, the statement said. And guess what? They've been spotted off the West Coast. This is the upper West Coast, Alaska. They've been spotted on the lower part of the West Coast, like California, Oregon, that area, and they've been spotted on the East Coast with nuclear submarines. So this place is literally surrounded on all four sides: the north, south, east, west. Hell, they might even come in underground, man. Who knows what these nations have in store for this place? And Babylon the Great has no way of defending itself. Drop a EMP, power out, boom, power out. Wait a couple months, let everything get Mad Max apocalyptic. Let these the civilians kill each other, military in disarray, then swarm in. This is a perfect plan. And these people, Jake, specifically Jake, and the rest of these Babylonians, they're retarded. They're not gonna. They don't really see the setup of this place being invaded. They can see that it's gonna be like a World War III, or they understand that technically World War III, kind of started with Russia and Ukraine, which is really Russia versus NATO via Ukraine, right? Because you have what do they call them? What do you call those people you hire for war? I forgot what they're called. Mercenaries. Mercenaries. You got NATO mercenaries running up in there. This is Revelations 17 and 16. And the 10 horns, which goes into NATO and the EU, all right? And the 10 horns, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And the 10 horns is EU, but now it's like 30 some countries in there, and then the crowns goes into the UN, right? And the whole entire beast is NATO. This is verse 17. For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So, and it's being fulfilled now, man. This place going down. These heathens don't got necks, man. Jake got necks. A so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, a woman, a child has next. And people saying, "Oh, it's China got next, Russia, China, Russia got next." We the underdogs, man. We literally like the last people that they would think have the power to control the earth because the world doesn't see our power yet. You know, they understand we got the greatest understanding of the scriptures, but it's not physical yet. It's not a physical brawl. So they're like, whatever. And then once it turns to a physical brawl, like I seen this video, which will be like one of my next lessons later on, Lord's will, where people was reacting to people that had spiritual power, man. And you should have seen the looks on their face. It was like a prank. And Lord's will, if I don't forget, I'll do a lesson on that because that's going to be reality. And you know that Babylon has over 800 military bases across the planet Earth, and people still say this is not Babylon the Great. They're imbeciles. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart both man and beast, and that's going to Russia. Russia has a better nuclear arsenal than Babylon the Great. And you got these biased Babylonian Edomites that think, oh no, they don't, no they don't. America's number one. America's number one. You're gonna go. You're gonna be number one burnt up, man. This is verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as the mighty expert men, none shall return in vain. So you got these simple idiots that think this is like some dude on a boat, some men on a boat just shooting hundreds and thousands of literal arrows. No, man, this is gonna be hundreds and millions of nuclear ICBMs, nuclear torpedoes, all that, man. And they do look like arrows and swords. Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned greatly, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. So you got idiots that think it's going to be men shooting bow and arrows, literal bow and arrows, man. Because the Most High ain't dealing with them. They don't got to understand it. This is verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth over 800 military bases? Babylon the Great, United States of America, around the earth. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So that's the end goal. Is this place going down? And this is Esau's pride. This is Esau's glory. And that's it for this lesson. Lord, it was edifying. Shalom.